It's clearly a fight between humans and robots, and we wait to see how the job market will be like. But we move to our first story, and Deputy Energy Minister Joseph Kujo says Norwegian oil company Aker Energy has finalized agreements to commence operations in the country. Aker says it will begin oil exploration at the end of 2021. Darkwao has the latest from the official opening of the Offshore Northern Sea Conference in Norway.
Busy day at the Clarion Hotel, where the Offshore Northern Seas Conference and Exhibition has officially opened. The big names in the oil and gas industry are all gathered here to market and look forward to opportunities to grow their businesses. And Ghana is not left out. Now, the CEO of the Petroleum Commission officially welcomed the Ghanaian delegation to the conference and exhibition.
This is not a joyride. This is a business trip. Our expectation is that before we all go back, each and every one of you would have gotten business. Because contracts, subcontracts, and maybe subcontracts will be awarded, and it is on the back of this that you are all here. So go to the company, speak to them, find pairs, find companies that operate in your sphere of operation or business, and build the needed linkages. Otherwise, when the contracts start coming, you may be found wanting because you don't have, a foreign partner.
Well, for the Deputy Minister of Energy, Joseph Kujo, there are great expectations, especially for Aker Energy, which is expected to do business in Ghana soon.
At the moment, all the relevant agreements have been signed. AK Solutions has its right foot in the country, and we're looking forward to the company starting its exploration and development phase to come in earliest time possible.
Well, Ghana is here at the invitation of the Norwegian energy partners. What is in it for us? Well, that is what we asked the director, Africa Midstream at Norweb.
Ghanaian companies will mainly focus on the Ghanaian market, I assume. So they will then just have to familiarize with the project development of the Aker Energy project, what is a contract strategy, and try to be part of those companies that are bidding for contracts on the Aker Energy project. And then, as you know, companies, Aker Energy will also have to then work with local companies to get them on board in the different supply chains necessary to be developed to deliver a project by 2021, as you suggested.
It's only day one, and there's plenty to look forward to. Darkwao, Norway.
Skype for the latest updates in Norway. Daro, can you hear me? And good evening.
Good evening to you, Sandra. I hear you loud and clear.
Okay, so where in Norway are you currently at?
Well, I'm in Stavanger. It's the biggest oil city in Norway. It's in Ghana, capital of Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
How's the weather before we go on?
It's cold. It's getting towards the end of summer, but it's manageable.
Okay, so let's move on. And why is this conference so important?
All right, so Stavanger is the biggest oil city in Norway, and this is where the 2018 is taking place. It is one of the biggest oil and gas conference that is taking place right now. It's bringing together the movers and shakers, if you like, in the oil and gas market. All of them converging over the next few days to network. Number two, Norway is a big oil economy, and for us as Ghana, we have a lot to learn from them because they are one of the leading exporters of oil. And one other reason why it's important is because recently a Norwegian firm, Aker, took over 50% stake of Hess Ghana, and so we have a relationship when it comes to oil and gas. That's why this place, and this conference is important.
I see. I can imagine it's a big event, but who and who is in attendance?
All right, so we put our reports. This is being led by the Commission, so we've got officials of the Commission here, led by their CEO, Edgar Jr. We've got a government delegation led by the Deputy Minister of Energy, that is Joseph Kujo, with some from parliaments. Then we've got the GMPC here as well as the delegates from Ghana, about 2 of them all emerging companies. And so let me just update you on what has so far. We had the official meeting today. So then the report that was addressed by the CEO of the Commission, that is Edgar Jr., essentially challenging the businesses that have them to take advantage of whatever opportunities heading saying that it's not a joyride, it's a trip to get them to bring money into the country. We also heard from the Deputy Energy Minister, who also essentially treated the fact that government was doing business as far as oil and gas is concerned.
Okay, so I understand that it's a very important gathering, but it's also to give the Ghanaian businesses the opportunity to network with some multinational. Is that really the case? Is that what is currently ongoing, and what are some of the challenges actually facing them that they want to address from this conference?
Okay, so you know that oil and gas market is technology driven. It's also, you also need some financial muscle to operate in that space, and so the concern has been whether or not Ghanaian companies have the capabilities to be able to work with multinationals who have expressed interest in working in the country. And so this has been the challenge. But you know that also under our regulation, we expect that whichever multinational is in the country works with our local companies so that we benefit mutually, and that is what the Commission wants to spearhead. I've been engaging some of these companies, and although they realize that they have these challenges, they're also confident that they have what it takes to make their mark. And so coming here, they're very optimistic that they would strike deals that get them to benefit as well as the multinationals who come into the country. So essentially, over the next few days, it's also an exhibition, so
okay, Darryl,
an opportunity to explore what they have.
All right, Darryl, thanks so much for the update, and looking forward to seeing you back soon in Ghana. All right, so we move on to other stories, and business operations at the Tema Port were affected today following a strike action by the Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders. Ebenezer Sabuti report, although there was no congestion at the port, clearing procedures were slowed. Meanwhile, the Ghana Traders Union Association, GUTA, is expected to join in a strike action on Wednesday.
The Ghana Union of Traders Association, GUTA, is expected to join the Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders to continue the strike from Tuesday, despite calls by the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority to halt the action. According to GIF, series of meetings with authorities for a withdrawal of the policy have been futile, hence the current action. Executive Secretary of the Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders, Eddie Akrong, says they will wait until government comes out with a clear direction on the implementation of the cargo tracking note system.
Let the business aspect overrule the policy, the solution you want to bring. That is when we begin to have a problem. Because what we're seeing now is that if you look at the kind of, what is going to accrue to these people when they bring this policy comes to pass, believe me, we are in a lot of trouble. And it's a few people who would want to enjoy from this. We cannot allow that to happen. We are citizens of this country, and we will make sure that this does not happen. So the sector commander has taken our views. He says he's going to carry it to the commissioner. We're going to wait for him. But as it stands, our 3-day thing is unabated. Believe you me, this is happening in all sectors where we are present. It is happening in Alubo, Takoradi, Aflao, KIA, and Takoradi. We are in constant communication with them, and this is happening. So believe me, we are not alone in this, and we will continue this until this thing is suspended. So for the next 3 days, we will do this, and we are not doing this for any selfish reasons. We are not afraid. We want to save this country.
Meanwhile, some importers and exporters who spoke to Joy Business have vowed to halt doing business at the port if the policy is not amended.
They're fighting for. The clients are not being informed about the challenges that they're going to face when they are supposed to go through this, what we call CTN issue. One, they will have to purchase that platform, okay? And it's going to be a cost on the buyer at the end of the day. So those are the challenges that we are trying to let the people understand. Okay.
So does it mean today you are not moving any good, you are not doing any business?
Yes, we don't want to do any business today because we want the authorities to also listen to what is on the ground. Because the policy makers are there, they are bringing up the policies, but the implementers know the challenges we are facing. Okay, so the implementers have to do what? Advise them well as to the challenges that we are going to face on the ground if they continue to implement this thing.
The action is expected to be intensified on Wednesday.
Let your man go.
You're welcome back, and it's just 5 days to the much-awaited Joy Sports Invitational Tournament, and participating companies have been flexing their muscles on their prospects. One of such organizations is the Republic Bank.
I've done this for like 11 years now, so it's nothing new. It's always been with us. I've always been with them. Yes, till now.
I saw some few skills with the ball.
That's why I'm part of the team. Yeah, that's why I'm part of the team. But we don't do big names, you know. We are us. This is us. We don't do. I heard this morning. I think I heard the Yomi Yogurt people calling Pogba and Messi. You're sitting in Ghana. You're talking about Mbappe. France. He went to World Cup. We are here. We are going for Joy Sports Invitational Tournament, and this is us. We are not going to call Messi or Mbappe. This is us, and you'll see us. You can imagine the team spirit. I mean, just like Iceland, you understand. So we are the 11 or the 12 sons of Republic coming in there unexpected. We don't have names. We just have Republic.
All right, so Baba Tando joins me in the studio. And Baba, how are you?
I'm good. Sandra, how are you too?
I've seen the action there. Can you play like how the lady was playing?
Well, what if I told you I could do more?
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know that side of you. But first of all, let's talk about what's different this year.
Okay, so this year we have moved from our traditional home grounds, that's the Ilwak Sports Stadium, to the plush Lizzie Sports Complex. Wow. And when you hear the Lizzie Sports Complex, you know that it is really a big deal. So we are moving everybody there. And for this year, we are actually adding 2 new games. There's one that we've already put out there, that's table tennis. Okay. But there's a surprise game that we don't want anybody to know about.
So you have
yet.
to come there
so
to see it.
So you'd have to come there to see it. And this time round, I think we have about 3 debutants, and even the debutants are the ones who are even making the most noise. You know, yeah. So we'll move from our home grounds, that's Elwak, to the Lizzie Sports Complex. Okay. We have a surprise game, and we are also adding the table tennis tournament.
Tell me about preparation so far. How is it going?
Well, so far so good. Lizzie Sports Complex is just breathing hard, just waiting for Saturday, just waiting for us to turn up in our numbers over there. And I've visited about 12 companies so far. And Sandra, you heard what Republic Bank just said. There are people who have actually said, you know, crazier things or worse things, you know, upon their interaction with me. Today, for instance, I went to the National Investment Bank. Oh my word! And it was amazing. I've been to First National Bank. I've been to Gassem. I've been to Nestle. In fact, the Tema companies, Gassem and Nestle,
list is quite tall.
They are they are so fired up and they can't wait.
But I'm so concerned about Team Multimedia. Team Multimedia. I'm a member of that team.
Yes, you are playing penalty. Can you show me how it is
You know
done?
how I do it, Baba. You know what I can do.
Well, I haven't seen you take a penalty.
So Team Multimedia, how are preparations so far?
Well, we have deliberately decided not to train for this year because the last time we trained, we actually won a trophy. So we don't want to train.
I see.
You understand? We're leaving the others to do all the hard training so that we will come down on Saturday to show them what exactly we can do. This time around, look, it's host and win. It's been long since we hosted and won. So we are winning this year.
All right, Dabatando, thanks so much for the update on the Joy Sports Invitational Tournament coming on the 1st of September. Let's move to our headline story. And the IMF has described recent reforms in the banking space as crucial in stabilizing the financial sector and restoring investor confidence. George Yafe has been engaging the country representative of the fund, Natalia Koliadina, and has the rest of the story.
The Bank of Ghana earlier this month closed down 5 banks because they are said to have breached several banking regulations. This was similar to an action taken in August last year to close down UT and Capital Bank due to the fact that their liabilities were far more than assets. The IMF's latest support for the Bank of Ghana is coming after it had warned the central bank last year to take some measures to avert this challenge that has hit the sector. Speaking to Joy Business, the IMF country representative Natalia Koliadina tells Joy Business it is better late than ever.
Well, the Bank of Ghana has taken measures to clean up the banking sector. And I'm not an expert in financial sector supervision, but I think that these issues probably have been accumulated over many, many years. And it is actually to the great benefit of the economy that the Bank of Ghana has been taking these very bold and decisive measures, because the soundness and the health of the financial sector are crucial for economic development and economic growth. It is very timely because the last thing that you would like to see is diminishing confidence in the banking sector. And the Bank of Ghana is working and has been doing it very well, maintaining confidence in the financial sector of Ghana.
The IMF country representative also noted that the about 8 billion Ghana cedis spent by government to support the recent banking collapse can be classified as part of the public debt.
This is government debt, yes, therefore it's going to be classified as government debt. At the same time, these are one-off costs which are necessary. So yes, these are the important measures that the government had to, these are the important steps that the government had to take, and it has taken it to make sure that the cleanup of the banking sector continues and successfully accomplished.
That will have an implication on the program, because the end of the year initially, we were not factoring or looking forward to a 72% debt GDP ratio.
George, let me repeat that these are one-off costs, and obviously at the beginning of the program we were unable to envisage those costs as they come up. Since they're one-off, we will take it into account assessing the program.
For some industry experts, it is clear that the IMF has indeed been vindicated in terms of its warnings on the banking sector and what the regulator should have done to firmly prevent this. The recent regulatory action has come with some challenges, like the panic withdrawals that has hit most of the local banks in the country.
Well, that's all for Business Live tonight, but for more news, do log on to myjoyonline.com. My name is Sandra Isanamapeno. I'll see you back here tomorrow.